It is 1406, and the known world is in chaos. The Roman Empire is overstretched and struggling to defend the borders against the Huns. And to make things even worse, Goths causing havoc and raiding from within the empire first entered the empire crossing the Danube River, some years prior seeking refuge from the Huns, but things started to fall off between Romans and Goths, and it escalated into a war inside the empire with Gothic peoples raiding towns. During the winter of 406, the Germans scout the banks of the Rhine River and they are able to observe the Limes Germanicus, a fortified chain of towers along the opposite bank of the Rhine, stretched for over 70 kilometers, and beyond those watchtowers there were nearby Roman garrisons to protect the frontier against Germanic raids into the empire. This was a very difficult path, crossing the Rhine during the winter, struggling to maneuver on thin ice to make it to the other side to be met by a very capable Roman army was suicidal. But consider what we spoke earlier. The Goths are raiding the countryside within the empire. The emperor must take action. So he must call to arms the northern garrisons to meet the Goths in battle in Italy, leaving the Rhine unguarded. The perfect opportunity for a desperate coalition of Germanic tribes fleeing from the Huns. So on the night of 31 of December 406, this horde of tribes crossed the frozen Rhine River and found the nearby Roman castrum left abandoned by the rushed Roman army marching to meet the Goths. So the tribe raided the encampment and took wherever they found useful for the journey. The coalition headed towards northern Gaul and plundered numerous towns and destroyed several small Roman garrisons between 406 and 408, then decided to head south towards the Pyrenees, taking them several months to cross it considering their numbers, and made it into the Iberia Peninsula by 409. When they reach Iberia, the coalition breaks and they disperse to different parts of the peninsula. The Vandals settled in Baetica in the south, the Alani took Lusitania and the Suebi took over Galatia, and the small tribe of Burii settled between the remote and isolated rugged area between the rivers Cavado and Homem, which would become known later in Portugal as Terras de Bourus, which translates to Land of the Burii. Time passed by and many geopolitical changes occurred in Iberia. The Visigoths entered Iberia and conquered most of it, but left the Burii lands untouched, and they remained there even after the Umayyad conquest of Iberia and when the Christians of the north took the land back during the Reconquista. The Burii peoples entered Portuguese nationality, and the king determined that they weren't obliged to serve Portugal in wars or do national service. All that was asked of them was that they protected the frontier called Portela do Homem, which means Gate of Men. It's a mountain pass between Portugal and Spain in the north, and they were tasked with the defense of that pass and were given cannons and all the weapons they needed to protect it against other Iberian kingdoms. And these traditions were kept alive until the 18th century. Nowadays the region is very pleasant to visit and hike into the mountains, and small traces of this ancient Germanic tribe can still be seen, such as Germanic structures and perhaps the most exciting ones, the entrenchments by the river with the cannons still aiming towards the mountain pass, a very important part of the Portuguese history but sadly little known among the Portuguese. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe, leave a like and click here to watch a previous one.